What's up, nerds? Welcome to another Link to the Past Randomizer League tournament or league playoff match. There we go. Here on SpeedGaming. My name is Tyler Salt. I'm joined by my partner in crime, Dapper Wormman, on the comms. What's up, Dapper?
Hello, Tyler. Yes, it is me, Dapper Wormman, joining you today. And we've got a great matchup here. It is conference semifinals in the Open League. Amish Paradise, represented by Zero Nix on the left, and Acai, represented by VGF Taylor on the right. And have we mentioned it's casual boots?
We hadn't mentioned it was casual boots, but it is. It is casual boots, which means we've got a couple minutes here to talk about not much. There's some music. There we go. Zelda and chill on Zero Nix's side. Got a standard start with the boots and a sword. 7-7 defeat Ganon. Not even looking for bombs in this game. We'll have a time to set you up with this match and where we are in the process of the league.
Yeah, this is a conference semifinal, so these teams are both from the Pendant Conference. Amish Paradise was the #1 overall seed in the Pendant Conference in, I don't even remember what division we were in, Tower of Hera, I believe. #1 seed from all the Pendant teams. Acai finished at 10-4, which is not a bad record. They ended up being wild card because they were in a pretty strong Desert Palace division. And they finished at 10-4, tied with Crystal Roller Crew and Kabuki Hundo Activist Department. And there was some tiebreakers at place. They ended up having to play in the first round. So Amish Paradise did get a bye in the first round. Acai had to defeat NDA to get into round 2. And then they actually pulled off the reverse sweep to get into this conference semifinals matchup. So they, despite being down a little bit there, they were down 2-0. They did come back and win 3-2, and a very early Moon Pearl to start us off.
You'd love to see it. Early Moon Pearl. We got Lady Laura Linda hitting the buttons for us and keeping us honest. Amish Paradise represented by Zero Nix here in the Courage matchup, and also Danny Music will be playing Crusties, and some guy named Dapper Wormman playing some weird modes. Lines. So this is Dapper's team, everybody.
Yeah, I'll try to be as unbiased as possible when I have that push to talk on. But Zero Nix and Taylor both getting 2 magics, and we saw we did get bombs already, so nothing to worry about here in Escape. We've got everything we're going to need. I know both these runners are very capable of getting really strong casual boots escape times in that 5-10 range, which is pretty good. They know where to dash, where not to bonk, and when not to dash as well. Nice spin on that blue guard by both of them. Get nice blue mail in the chest as well as that key, of course.
Is this better?
Oh, you sound a little bit better.
Now it's taken directly from my USB mic. No, it's not better? All right. Well, this might be something that we have to fix on SpeedGaming side. My apologies. I'm not sure what's going on.
And maybe not an important thing, but note that none of these runners gotten hit yet, so they have not even gotten damaged. They're dealing out the damage. Need 8 slashes here on this fallen chain guard. Oh, and Zero Nix unfortunately attracting the green guard as well.
Yeah, some tough RNG there.
Yeah, and that is a lot louder there. So
hey, all right, I was on the wrong setting, everybody.
Got it.
Everything's fine now. VGF Taylor on Acai is joined by Dixon and Tony T. Young.
Yeah, Dixon will be playing next week in that Pseudo Boots Cross Keys matchup, which is the Wisdom players. The Wisdom and Courage players have defined modes. We know Casual Boots, we know Pseudo Boots Cross Keys, and the Power players have a choice of 5 modes, which you will not see today, but that will be happening on Sunday.
And Dapper, which mode did you choose?
Well, me and Tony T. Young are going to be playing Inverosia, which is inverted. So it is a little bit different from every other mode you're going to see. Although I guess entrance mode is a little bit different from every other mode as well. I did hear a little bit of a sound of disgust at inverted. I guess that's why you're here for the Casual Boots. It's pretty straightforward here. We get the escape, and you don't get to hear the escape, music in your MSU of choice all that often, so we are blessed with that today. Zelda and Chill MSU on Zero Next side, and if we do switch over to VGF Taylor at some point, I think he's using vanilla today.
Inverosia and I are in a fight just because I lost my Inverosia playoff match. So
yeah, can't win them all, unfortunately.
Nope.
But I mean, Longshots had a pretty good season.
We did. We had a first time in the playoffs for the Longshots, but y'all aren't here to hear me talk about my team, which isn't in the league anymore. You're here to talk about Rando that's actually happening.
Yeah. Well, you can talk about that map that they got in Dark Crossroom. What do you think about maps?
A+ map. Maybe the second worst place to find it, I guess.
I always like finding it here because you here in this secret bonus room, because then you know whether or not you got it before you
right
go to
exactly
Sanctuary.
You won't forget that you found the map when you find it here in the secret passage.
And Taylor with the insurmountable lead here. My sarcasm was did not come through with my mispronunciation there, but comes out here at 520. Zero Next just a few seconds behind.
So we got Moon Pearl, we got Blue Mail, and we got a Bug Net in the opening couple minutes of our seed here today. We've got let's see, a regular crystal at here, a red crystal at Eastern, and it looked like some flavor of pendant, the green pendant down at Desert Palace. When we find that book in Kakariko Village, Dapper, what are you going to do?
Avoid desert like the plague, because it's a green pendant. We don't need pendants, we need crystals. Yeah, or maybe I go up to pedestal and check pedestal, just so we know at the beginning. And I was wondering if VGF Taylor's going to go north or south there. Yeah, got to go north, check out, first of all, this tree pull, but then we're going to see what's on the lumberjack tree. Zero Next also going to give us that knowledge. This is pretty meta. Like, you want to be doing this in Casual Boots because you have half of what you need to defeat Aga Tower already just when you start the game. So sometimes you get Aga access and you want to know if you want to have to beat it or not.
That looked like a big 20 there on the lumberjack, so won't be doing Aga for that, as they say.
Yeah, that was a lot of red, and we already have the boots, so it's
like
definitely
Cane is. Oh, and there's the fire rod. There's another red thing.
Yeah, get those emotes for OK Boomerang ready, because I have a feeling we're going to find it really soon.
Don't mind if I do.
I guess we could get red mail soon. That's about the only other red things we can find besides rupees and
the cane.
Yeah. Oh, they have the cane. That'd be important.
This match is brought to you by red items. Red items. Most of them are okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the red 20 rupees is the most seen item in A Link to the Past Randomizer.
Yeah, there are more 20 rupees than there are of anything else in the game,
including the 24 pieces of heart.
I do believe so. Speaking of which, there's one. a glove early on. We're a hammer away from Dark World access in Blind's Hut. That's always either really nice or really anxiety-inducing, one way or the other. There's red mail. Speaking of red mail.
Wow, that is really generous. We have had a couple of $50 already, so Seed's being pretty nice with some things. Hopefully we get some more quality of life items as well here. But Kakariko looking pretty good so far.
If we do find the hammer here, right? Are you diving straight into the Dark World?
I don't know. If I get the mirror, I definitely am.
Sure, yeah. So we get the
there's
flippers out of the back of the well.
I think Dark World is...
there's
that
that
book.
Dapper.
Some red, some blue, some green.
Green
primary
pendant,
colors.
Green pendant, Desert Palace. Now full clearable before the 9-minute mark.
Okay, maybe I will go there to Desert then.
It's bait. Nope, it's bait.
Yeah. Dark World access, if you get that Dark World access and you have a ton of Light World stuff, it's not a bad idea to check some of the higher density Light World locations for some of those items, because just because Dark World access was in Sphere 1 doesn't mean that nothing else is. So
right.
Let's see if we do get that hammer or another glove, perhaps. Here.
I'd be off. I'm talking a big game about the book being bait, but I'd be awfully tempted to save and quit to Link's house, go do Mini Moldorm Cave, Dam, Agina, Desert right here.
Oh, I think a lot of people would do that. So it would take some pretty spicy items on that South Shore check to divert me from at least dipping in. And then there's an item when you turn that green pendant. So the green pendant is special because if you turn it into Sahasrara, he gives you an extra item. In the original game, it's boots. Who knows what it'll be today because it is randomized.
There's a piece of heart on race game. Zero is blind checking the race game. What are you doing?
I guess he didn't think that he got enough safeties in the Kakariko, so...
Imagine picking up a scoutable piece of heart with red mail. Come on, Zero. What are you doing?
I mean, he's just saving up for the clutch heart refill, like on Laser Bridge or something, in about an hour.
All right. BGF Taylor starting at the dam. Looks like Zero will be as well. We'll see if either of them takes that book bait over into the desert area. Again, that full clearable green pendant desert coming out of Kakariko Village.
More red 20s.
Well, that moment of hesitation there. And BGF Taylor is indeed going to follow that book.
I think he was just winding up, just getting that super running speed.
Right, yeah, of course. Is that new tech?
Yeah.
All right.
A scoutable piece of heart again. Oh, going right into the desert. No Agina.
Oh. And I think Zero's going to do the same thing. Getting that big 20. No! Our first little bit of divergence here in the 12th minute.
All right. We love divergence.
Yes, it's the Earthbound teleport. You got to run around in a circle first.
Nice big key right there in the map chest. Oh, a flute.
Doot.
And there was a blue cane.
There's the hammer on the desert torch. That's Dark World access in the 13th minute. The book is not bait this time.
But do you need to beat the green pendant?
I think, I might bail after getting that hammer. I was like, this is what the book is for.
Yeah, you might check the rest of the desert because you're here. And, he's already set up that he clearly wants to end in Agina. I don't think you abandon Agina, which is outside of desert here, but...
yeah, I think you're probably right.
It's pretty much a big commitment to go clear what are they? Landmo, even though it might have an
Yeah.
item, and then there's definitely the item on the green pendant.
And Zero is committing to a water checks here. Even getting that flute in Mini Moldorm, I know a lot of players, myself included, will get that. If they get the flute there in Mini Moldorm, they will immediately save and quit back to activate it. Zero says, no, we've got those flippers. Gonna at least do Hobo here. We got both items in Desert, so definitely not doing Landmo at this point. Green Pendant be damned.
Yeah. I think this is the reasonable call when you get that hammer. It would be, it would be almost crazy to go continue on and beat Landmo and best that time. Yeah, Nick not flipping away. I do like setting up that water walk and going to Hobo. I'd probably have saved and quit after this, especially because I don't have 500 rupees right now to
Zero
pay
not
off
fluting
Sora.
away because he has not activated the
Right.
flute yet.
Well, I would
so it's
save
gonna
and
be hard.
quit from Hobo or something like that to go activate it, because it would definitely be a literally could come back to this check at any point with that flute.
All right, VGF Taylor is going to be dodging that flute for now. So we get the blue boom and the lamp there in Waterfall Ferry. It's a nice get. Red crystal at Thieves Town, pendants at Swamp and Skull.
Okay, definitely going to need that other red item, that red cane for Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. And is that a medallion? That's a medallion, I think, on the Zora Ledge.
No, that was not a medallion. I think it was a single green rupee.
Oh,
So
okay.
the opposite of a medallion. If it was a medallion, he would have went and got it. He's got the flippers.
Maybe my green-yellow color blindness is coming into play there.
Yes, because that's definitely a thing. Is it a thing? Pretty sure it's not a thing. But
Apparently it is in that complete, unique time that just happened. It is, I think.
get your 07s in
Yeah.
chat.
It looked a little bit roundish. I guess it was more hexagonal than round. But yeah, VGF Taylor dodging that flute that Zero Next is turning in. I would think with the fully completable desert, he might at least go peak. Let me see a flute to 6 here. No, he's going right up the mountain.
This is defensible. At least save the old man.
Yeah, you get a nice save and quit point. So when you save and quit from a place that's quicker to save and quit than to walk out of, you can save and quit here, and it's the fastest way to get to the overworld and flute away somewhere else.
I think, the thing here, right? Zero's gonna get funneled unless the mitts are over in the Eastern Palace area or up here in Spec Rock Cave. He's gonna get funneled to that hammer before too long.
Yeah, and popping in there to say hello to the old man, get some heart refills. Little known fact, if you don't save the old man, he's still going to be in there. So if you ever find yourself on Death Mountain and need some hearts before going into the old man save cave, you can pop in there and his corporeal image will be there, I guess.
Ooh. A Force Ghost. All right, so nothing up here on the mountain. Zero does get the old man save. Oh, is gonna pick up whatever this is. Was it 300 rupees or something?
I think it was 50. 50's
Zero, please. What?
He's just
50
fluffing his
rupees?
collection rate. I mean, we can be, at this point, we can be hula-handing to get 255 or farming the rupee rock.
Speed gaming.
And-
Get hype. It's pet check. It's a heart container. The
Oh.
dream of 20 hearts is dead. Ped is dead. Long live Ped. All right. Is Zero going over towards Eastern or Desert? It's Eastern. All right.
I mean, selfishly, as a teammate of his, I hope the mitts don't show up so he gets funneled to that hammer. And honestly, he will check pretty much everything before doing like an Aga Tower climb if that becomes an option to him. Just any runner, I guess, will tell you that. I'm going to do everything I can within reason before climbing Acai Tower. He doesn't even have that option right now. Yeah,
There's
he didn't need that
Zora.
50. I mean, he's definitely going to do Zora now, right? He wanted to do it earlier.
No Eastern dip. And here he goes. All right, this is desert now. Now here's a question. You got early fire rod.
Dodging desert.
Oh, he might just be doing a Gina first.
Yeah, saying I'm going to beat the boss and do a Gina. Maybe this
he
is my
might
Dark
be
World
committing
access.
to a Lamb. Well, even then, like if you're thinking you're going to beat Lanmo, then do it before going to Saha. All right.
Well, not if
you're-
Saha has like 3 great items, then you don't even need to do desert. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
wasting time in pendants is a waste of time, you know. If there's no
Mm.
progression there, you can completely dodge them.
This is why you're still in the playoffs, Dapper, and my team is out. Actually, my team is out
Sure.
because we never did Smith Chain. So. All right. So looks like Taylor is not interested in doing Moth right away. Started in the middle and then came back to the front. So Moth, of course, is a pendant, but that early fire rod could be a signpost that there's something back there.
Yeah, and he did not get the lamp, so that is his only fire source. So perhaps thinking, oh, hook shot. Skullwood's got the goods today.
Ooh, Skullwoods with the goods. And that's both items out of Skull. So Moth's going to be live to fight another day.
Our pendant's actually being very generous, having huge progression items and then not making you beat the boss to get one of them.
And it's hookshot and hammer. So just wait for Mitts in Swamp.
Yeah, that is our other pendant. We could have a bow there. We could have maybe the Cane of Samaria, like in Diver Down Room. That would be fun.
Oh, classic. A classic. All right, Taylor will be able to full clear Thieves Town here. Will be our first runner, barring some unfortunateness, will be our first runner to a crystal. There are Mitts, so much for Mitts in pod. The meme is, or Mitts in Swamp meme is dead.
And Zero Next also not beating the boss over at Desert. So I'm not sure which way is better, to save Agina for last or to do it first. Both places you have to run out of somewhere that be faster to mirror or something, but don't have that mirror. Bits are a huge find though. Yeah, almost definitely going to go into Thieves Town here with that hammer and red mail. It's not too dangerous of a dungeon, even though Fighter Sword is not. Very helpful against most of these enemies.
Nick is going to get his absolute garbage out of Hype Cave.
So 4 items here in Thieves Town. The place that Taylor's in, and we know where the one item he's missing, which was Flute. Mirror showing up would be really good for him. Allow him to do Smith Chain right down to Swamp, and at least have the mirror to have the option to do Mini Moldorn Cave before Swamp. And then think about how far he wants to dip into Swamp. Although, as I'm saying that, mirror might be complete bait because of the fact that Swamp is a pendant. I wouldn't think that Taylor would avoid a 5-item cave very long, but considering he's in the Dark World now, it could be a thing. Oh, getting a fire snake there. Oh, was that a spin speed there from Zero Nix?
It was.
harmful Hellway here. Hookshot helps a little bit. Oh, not when you get trapped in a corner there. Oh, down to half a heart. Going to be really careful here.
Entering some low-key dangerous rooms here with these with these guys, these crickets. Obviously, you got red mail, but they can move pretty unpredictably.
Yeah, their initial movement is always random, north, south, east, west, but whenever they hit a wall or some sort of barrier, they will turn 90 degrees to the right. So when they are moving, you can know what they are doing.
TIL. I don't think I've ever picked that up before.
Yeah, and they have the same movement as the Light World rats that you find in the escape sequence. So those guys always move to the right as well. But they can randomly move when they're from a standstill in any of those directions. So you never want to be sending too close, especially on half a heart here. And there's a heart on that bottom left.
Good game knowledge there. All right, Nyx, Zero Nyx is going to be checking Ped here. Defensible. Will Zero go into Skullwoods?
Yeah, Skullwoods boys for life. He's going to go there.
All right.
And there's some pots under there. We did get a hookshot stun of that red Zizak in that lifting up the big rock room, and saw that the stun prize is rupees, so not really helpful for that low heart count. But Taylor is on 3 hearts now. And gonna say, I'm gonna go through the safe way instead of through those berries, because that can get a little hairy sometimes.
Hairy berries.
Yeah. As if they weren't scary enough, right?
So far, nothing of note in Thievestown.
Zero Nyx does not want to use the fire rod for some reason. I'm just going to let those mummies come out. Oh yeah, Boomerang stuns those mummies. And Taylor, gets that third series of 3 hits down. Does get blind. Stayed pretty much on script, so it wasn't a super scary fight. And ended up, I think, what was it? Map dropped there. And,
yeah, so just the crystal out of Thievestown. But that is crystal number 1 for VGF Taylor and Acai at the 26-minute mark. Zero going to get his hook shot here in Pinball Room.
Yeah, and I think the first item was here in this room, Compass Chest. Taylor giving us hammer pegs, and he's going to pick up that piece of heart too. I mean, you're on 5. Like, come on, guys. I don't blame him.
No,
to save and quit.
Ooh, leaving this. If you're going to save and quit out there, just pick up the Smith.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know where the flute is, and he doesn't want to. Why would you go back just for the Smith? He already did hype the dig game, so he's not like gonna.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. He's going to get his flute here in just a minute in Mini Moldorm Cave. Oh, or not.
Oh no! Did he forget that he did check that?
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely didn't.
Oh,
you see? Okay, now he's realized it. Okay, that's good, because you don't want to see someone just forget something important.
At least he knows. It's pretty clear that he knows now. But I guess if you've already started running, you might think about finishing your play and then making your way back there. Yeah,
he was 9/10 of the way to Ice Rod Cave. He doesn't know it's the flute, and that
he was
hurts a little bit
very
more.
Much
but
not 9/10 of the way to Ice Rod Cave. He was like,
well, he was
3/10 of the way to Ice Rod Cave.
He was 9/10 of the way that you just don't want to repeat those screens anymore. I guess. Oh, and he's got Zoro money, so we did not get that on Zero Nyx's side, and he'll be checking that. I would assume at some point here.
Ooh, losing the water walk there, unfortunately. If you've got the flippers, you lose your water walk when you walk over shallow water. So unfortunately, going to be losing a bit of time to zero here.
Yeah, I guess Taylor must normally, I mean, what is normal? But, you know, a lot of times people, if they're going to plan to go to desert, will do mini Molder Cave into dam, into desert.
Yeah.
Or sometimes he might be one of those dam to Agina people always, you know, just do that all the time. Good news is it looks like he has realized that and
And
heading
he's
south
saving
here.
quit from Hobo as well.
Yeah, huge time save.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe he's thinking there's gonna, you know, he's not knowing the flute's gonna be here, and mini Molder Cave into Zora makes a lot of sense as well with the flippers.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's a good point, right? You know you're gonna have to save and quit at some point to get back here to Mini Moldorm Cave. Just do it then. Save yourself the time.
Yeah, and I've lost my train of thought, but he's gonna get blue cane here, I think.
Flute.
Oh,
and
right. Just all the blue items, yes. The one thing we've been talking about for like 10 minutes that's been, you know, we'll call it an advantage on Amish Paradise's side.
This Mini
having
Moldorm
that
Cave is brought to you by Blue Items. Blue Items, they're not red.
Oh, Ice Palace.
Oh, this is spicy. This is a
Okay.
spicy play. I like it.
I will say, and I've fallen victim to not doing this as well, but if I'm going into Ice Palace without the red cane, I would want to check the waterfall at the very least to see if it's some sort of safety item or the red cane
Right.
to make Ice Palace a little bit better. So he's got no magic refills, no bottles, fighter sword, no half magic. He is on red mail though.
Aside from the red mail and fighter sword, this is and the health level, right? It's in terms of items, this is basically, you know, what you have. This is going to be an NMG kind of dealy here.
Yeah, everything else that you don't have would make it nicer, but you can definitely beat it. And it may not be the intended way, but we know how to do the Ice Palace bomb jump and stuff. And Zero Next
Intended Ice
also
Palace.
on one heart, and the heart beeps are giving me stress. But he knows where those heart refills are. And there's a heart in this pot you pick up here. So Taylor will have, oh no, didn't get any of the skeletons killed there.
I wonder what happened with the first one.
Well, the one on the bottom didn't get hit by the pot, I don't think. So they didn't both die because the bottom one did not die. And we get our nice tech from, you know, a year and a half ago that you don't see anymore. Ice Palace bomb jump, first try, nice job.
That's 2.5 years ago, buddy.
Yeah, what is time? I've lost all track of time. Was that mid 2020? That
Sure
came out?
was.
It's like Taylor has been practicing, and oh no, Zero Next getting a little off script here, but has that nice blue cane. Oh, and for one more hit.
The frustration bonk is real. Yeah, I remember it was 2020 for when it was during, I believe, League Season 2 when Diver Down and Icebreaker were legalized. I was on the mic doing commentary for it for a race when they happened. So
Yeah, that really changed the meta of Ice Palace. You don't want to go in here without the red cane now, but it doesn't seem to be costing Taylor too much time.
now that was a very nice first try bomb jump there.
Now, Xeronix has also done the hype to dig route, so we'll see if he perhaps saves that Smith knowing that he has the flute in his inventory. Although with that hookshot and hammer, we've talked about it maybe 20 minutes ago when we got the items, that really opens up the mountain as well. And there's a crystal up there in Tower of Hera.
Oh, was that the Samaria in the icebreaker chest? Incredible.
Okay.
That's why you learn Ice Palace bomb jump.
Well, I said it was going to be in Diver Down Room. Do I get, half points?
Yes.
Okay, and Nick has picked up Jeremiah the Bullfrog, and we're going to bring him back home to his brother.
So one item left here in Ice Palace. Taylor going to be checking iced tea here. See if the Smiths have any. Smiths have been my nemesis lately. Not just in the not just in that tournament, but in a couple ladder races in a row. So it's been rough times with me and the Smith. We'll see if he has anything for Zero here today.
Okay.
Oh, he sure does.
There was a weird pause there. He must have forgotten to hit A or something. And fluting away, where does he go? Yeah, mountain makes a lot of sense. He's hoping for the red cane before he goes into ice, of course.
All right, there's their last item out of Ice Palace. So I believe that this was cane locked, which is hilarious. I think we're gonna get a small key on Cold Stare.
Oh, that's very interesting. I mean, that just means the boss is cane locked. I don't think the right side can be cane locked. Maybe...
No, just Cold Stare. Yeah.
Actually, it might be able to be. Anyway, no magic refills, no Master Sword beams. But we got a full magic and take the shell off of Cold Stare. Oh, just misses.
Right.
Getting all the triple hit there.
The Master Sword in Paradox Cave along with a whole bunch of cash. Yeah, hug this top wall. If you are up next to the top wall, the ice balls that fall from the ceiling do not split. There goes one puff.
Yeah.
They can still hurt you if they fall on you, but...
Yeah, that's good advice. I forget about that a lot. And then take some nasty deaths to Cold Stare.
Yeah, you lose some time, waiting for the puffs to get back up near the top, but it's way less time than you would lose doing Ice Palace again.
Yeah, patience is a virtue here.
There's 2. And there's 3. Well handled there by VGF Taylor after a rough start. And yes, that is a cane-locked Cold Stare. That's crystal number 2 for VGF Taylor and Acai, sub 40 minutes.
Yeah, we've already been into 2 pendants. I kind of assumed they've gotten more, but it is only a 2-1 crystal lead right now. Although Zeronix is in crystal number 2 on his side.
Is not interested in Harapotting without the big key.
Yeah, with no items in the basement, I think there's a high chance that
this is
an
the
item
right call. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can still Harapot to skip the middle floor.
Unless we already got an item, and I would say this is not a great idea.
I
just take the chances.
I don't remember what was in the chest, but the map was in the basement cage. Oh yes, the map was in the basement cage, and of course the chest had the small key. Right.
Yeah.
So
I was definitely watching Taylor on Cold Stare that entire time. I glanced over and saw there was a Master Sword that you called out. But I was fearful for Taylor and was very impressed by the fact that he did not take a death on Cold Stare.
Yeah.
Very
Down
punishing.
to Cold Stare Puffs still do 2 hearts on red mail.
Yeah. So guaranteed big key in the big key chest. We're not going to be abandoning an item inside of...
No, Zero, hit the switch. You gotta
No.
hit the switch.
Maybe he'll just do spin speed and it won't be a problem. Or
Yeah.
hook speed, I guess. Or he's just going to climb.
Zero, please. What are you doing?
I don't know. He doesn't want to save 10 seconds or whatever it costs.
All right. It seems cocky, you know, but... All right, we're getting our first look at the Mire area. We're going to need Ether for Mire, looked like. Yep. Get that double check there.
Yeah, that makes sense to go there next when you have that red cane already. Got that in Ice Palace.
No medallions, you know, but maybe Ether's right here. It's not.
Knowledge is great. And unfortunately for Zeonix, there was no item in the big chest. Would have been okay to skip it, but peace of mind is sometimes a lot better than going to double dipping places.
Yeah, double dips in a mode like Kaz Boots really hurt, right? Because you're not expecting them like you do in, say, Cross Keys or in anything with like Key Sanity. You know, you want to be able to ideally finish a dungeon the first time you're in there.
Exactly.
Down goes Moldorm. Xeronix will be getting his second crystal. Heart container there, so no progression in Tower of Hera.
But at least we had book and everything to full clear that part of the mountain. Don't have to ever go back until we're in the Dark World going into Ganon's Tower.
Friends, walking the old man with a Samaria block is not faster. It's just not.
But it looks cool.
Sure. I think you move faster, but you lose time compared I mean, using it to navigate, you've got a sword. Like, just use the sword. Right? Like, you do move a little bit faster, but the time you save from that is offset by the time it takes to place the block, pick it up, and then throw it.
I don't know. You still look cooler.
I mean, I guess. Samaria was in the icebreaker chest of Ice Palace, the vanilla big key chest.
Yeah, where the big key normally is. The one where you want to have Samaria when you come in on the other side of that room. Oh, wow. We have nothing to hit the torch there, except maybe Samaria.
Yeah, Samaria would work. Taylor gets his Master Sword here out of Paradox.
Yeah, now we're getting healthy too. Taylor up to, is that 9 hearts? Oh, and there's a Bombos medallion. Our first trip over here to the Dark World. Dark Death Mountain anyway. But that was not required for Mizurmire. We'll see if it's needed for Turtle Rock shortly.
I missed that medallion on TR.
Yo, same.
All right.
Don't ask me where I was looking because I don't know. But we're going into Hookshot Cave. Half magic is nice.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at it when Taylor makes his way over there. All right, if you're Zero, I feel like Ice Palace is your next play, right? No bow that's going to want to push you over towards Potter Eastern. Yeah, this is Ice Palace for Zero, so our runners will be equalizing here a little bit.
Taylor not spending the time to get the big key.
Yeah, he'll pick up a little bit more time on 0 here. So if you're Taylor now, you're picking up this stuff on Dark Death Mountain. Where is your next play?
That is a good question. Oh, getting bullied by Moldorm there.
I would suggest that not be your next play in general. All right, chat coming through. 0 on his tracker. It has Bombos for TR.
Okay. Well, I might think about going into Turtle Rock, even though we don't have the mirror or won't be getting the mirror. You know, we got Samaria. Might want to go into Turtle Rock, even though we don't have Ice Rod.
Yeah, like TR without the Ice Rod or Pod Eastern without the bow. I feel like are your choices. We've done most of the overworld that you can do.
Yeah, what's left? We have like finishing out Smith Chain, which for Taylor is doing all of Smith Chain, and there's Pyramid Catfish.
Oh, 0, you had it, and then he moved down right at the last second.
Yeah, he's on Master Sword now, so wants one little pixel in between the shadow of the bomb. There it is.
There you go.
Oh,
no,
and then moved
the
down.
worst. That's super tilty.
All right, Zero, just hover it. Just hover it, you'll be fine. We've all been here, though. He's now got no... I think he's got enough hearts to get one more bomb and fall. And there is a heart.
Oh, wow. He's
down
bailing.
Here. No, I think he's going to get this heart and then go back and do it again.
Oh, that's clever. I've never thought about doing that. Nope.
He's almost going to get bailed out because that's
almost
going to
get bailed out because he can just death from the beginning. Yeah.
I don't remember where the big key is, but...
No, oh, no, this is going to work out fine because he's going to get the cane and he's got the big key. It was in the first chest, so he'll be all right.
Oh, he already has the big key. Okay.
Yes, yeah, it was in Pengator chest.
So just thinking a little bit more about what Taylor's going to be thinking. I mean, I might do a little bit more clearing, hoping for Ice Rod before going into Turtle Rock. But at least I'll know with the Samaria in hand that I can go to Turtle Rock whenever I choose.
Yeah, and knowing that, like, since you don't have the mirror here, right? You're gonna end up having a tough time. Like, you'd have to save and quit anyway, right? So you're not really, like, the only way that works out is if Ice Rod is in TR, right? Or the mirror is in TR. But we might not even need the mirror.
Yeah, and you have to think about also, what is my opponent going to do? I mean, they don't know. Obviously, these runners cannot watch each other. They're basically isolated. And there's that red cane, in case you missed it. There you go, Icebreaker hype. So, you know, is my opponent going to spend time in Ice Rodless Turtle Rock? Probably not. So I don't think I'm going to do it either. Oh, no.
That last berry being a jerk.
So now, I don't even know if Zeronex has hit the switch or what position it's in. Either way, he's going to be able to get down to... I guess he didn't hit the switch. He didn't do the Icebreaker or the Ice Palace bomb jump, so he can't.
Yeah, so it's the pegs are going to be the wrong way. He won't be able to push the block here, but he's got the big key, he's got a small key, and he's got the cane, so he'll be all right.
Oh, wow. I thought he was too low there, but he got across. Got a key to get down here. Check out whatever this is.
Ooh, he's going to actually need to get the small key from the anti-fairy room here.
Yeah, but it's fine because the pegs will be the correct way to do that. Oh, so did he skip the big chest?
He did skip the big chest.
Oh, but he'll be able to backtrack for it anyway because the pegs will be in the correct position to do that.
Right.
So that's why if you're running through here, oh no, don't do it again. 0, please. And there's that key. He knows he needs that to get down. And so you can just walk through here. Hook shot, clip through this block as the game intended. So is he climbing up? I guess he
Taylor hadn't been up here to Spec Rock yet. But he's walking out. Is he fluting? He's fluting. Yeah, no, this is not TR. I got to imagine Pod and Eastern are coming.
And we need to talk to this lady to get a refill. Oh, we did get a bottle, so gonna fill up.
As a matter of fact. Maybe run over and check Sick Kid.
Oh yeah, that's super.
When's the last time you saw somebody walk to Zora?
Never. I've never seen it.
Some DLC for you today. Link to the Past.
And this screen is actually harder in the light world than
sure
the dark
is.
world. Okay, Zernik's going to make up a little bit of time here on this Cold Surf fight, I think, with that Master Sword.
And more with half
Babos.
magic than anything else, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Taylor hasn't gotten his lamp yet, and will be able to check Zora, which Zeronix abandoned. But Zeronix has, by my count, tied up the crystal count at 3 apiece. I don't know. Still looks like a medallion to me, but it's definitely. Taylor's got the flipper. Still going to go the NMG way.
Come on, dude. That was a
maybe he forgot.
Quit there.
He
Zero hasn't been to King's Tomb yet, I think.
Okay, Zora not gonna be a bad skip for Zernix at this point. It's just $20.
Eastern and Pod have to be it at this point. I like the quick sick kid check. That's hard to say. Got our first 2 bottles up on the mountain. Just a little kiss from a sick kid.
Dueling sick kid checks here.
Yeah, and we're headed over into Pod and Eastern. Our runners have basically at this point a Smith chain between them, or not even a Smith chain, like a Smiths, just the Smiths themselves check between them. Zero is gonna check Meyer Shed, which Taylor has done, and Taylor's gonna be checking Saha, which Zero has done. So we're gonna be even up on checks here in just a minute. 3 bonk strat there.
Yeah, that was not unfortunate, but just if you are on that highest pixel, you actually won't get the bonk there, so you need to be a little bit lower than right next to the wall.
Yep.
Dueling 300 rupee pickups as well. So your next thinking where he wants to go. Get that nice heart refill. Yeah, going to Meyer made complete sense there.
Ooh, this is a TR play. Or Spike Cave. Oh, no, this is TR. Whoa, what a gamer call.
Yeah, so in this mode, there's 1 ice rod, but there are 2 bows. So a bow could be in either of these places or none, and an ice rod could be in either of these places or none. We could... The one thing I don't like as I'm thinking about it more and more is this Turtle Rock play will abandon Mimic Cave because that is mirror locked.
Sure will.
So if you're Zeronix and you're going into Turtle Rock, what item do you get that makes you leave the dungeon immediately? And similarly, if you're Taylor and you're in Eastern without the bow, what item do you get that makes you leave immediately?
I think there's nothing that could make me leave Eastern immediately. I'm finishing it no matter what. I'm doing all these no matter what. Eastern is fast.
Yeah, especially with boots, and it's not that long to just finish it.
Right. And honestly, I think I might be at this point. I think you have to commit to doing all of Turtle Rock here. The only thing that would even get me close, I guess, is a bow, right?
Yeah, I guess if you get a bow in the front four here in Turtle Rock, you might leave.
Maybe you bail. Yeah.
But even like Mirror, you don't want to go into Swamp.
No, with Mirror, you keep going, right? Yeah, because the only really, that's just unlocking a pendant Swamp Palace and a bunch of one-offs that you don't really want to do. And Mirror makes it easy to just bail on the back anyway at some point going forward. But yeah, I don't think there's not much. It would have to be a bow in these first 4 checks, before Chain Chomps, and like that one.
Oh my gosh, that's a bow. Okay, I think you leave. Maybe you check the next chest. Oh, he hasn't done Compass chest.
There's no reason not to check Compass chest here.
Oh, he's like kerfluffled right now. He's like on the wrong.
Got the wrong cane.
Oh my gosh, he walks right up.
Nick,
0, please. I mean, when you make this is like a forced double dip because we haven't found the mirror, right?
Right.
Like you find the bombos in the Dark World. Okay, and there's a third item out of Eastern, fully go modable at this point now. There's nothing on Armos. Although, is it a red crystal?
Eastern is a red crystal, yes.
Oh, okay. So that you might actually go back there looking for an item, like the Ice Rod or something. But okay, Zernix's going farther and farther. But I mean, you leave now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
But I totally like the play to just finish up those 4 checks. You're gonna have to do them no matter what anyway. And that's the point at which once you pass Chain Chomps, your commitment to the dungeon time-wise increases significantly before that next check.
Exactly. I would say before Chain Chomps, I think, unless the bow is in the Chain Chomps or whatever. But yeah, when you're past that, you're pretty much in for a full measure there.
Right.
We are gonna get Taylor looking for something.
Screw you, Pyramid Ledge. It's never Pyramid Ledge.
It's never something when you're on the mic. It's always something when you're on the controls, right?
It has been my counter on my stream. I think is up to 20 or 21 seeds since Pyramid Ledge has screwed me. So.
What about seeds where you play where there is something there and you check it? It hasn't screwed you, I guess.
Yeah, then it hasn't screwed me.
So that other bow, because there's 2 bows in this mode, that could be anywhere. I mean, it could be locked behind the bow in Ganon's Tower. It could be in Swamp. It could be right here in Pod, which is where Taylor is going. I know if you're a fan of Acai, you're hoping for this to be bow locked immediately or have the bow somewhere.
There's some talk about doing Eastern or Pod first, thinking about the mirror. Chat. But I think that in a situation... Oh, and it is bow locked right away.
Yeah, I mean, you're still looking for a few items, so it's worth going in.
Yeah, he's going to potion glitch. Or mimic clip.
Yeah. And, the other bow could be locked here behind a logically first access bow that Zernix has. But yeah, if you have a mirror, obviously you do Pod and then you mirror into Eastern and save the walk through the maze. Even the Light World maze is not the fastest thing, but Swamp's a pendant today, so we don't even know if we're finding the mirror.
Right, exactly. Finding the mirror might be bad, for our runners. I mean, at this point, we're in Ice Rod hunt mode. Right?
Yeah, and Ether, right, for Mizumar?
Yes, and Ether. Yeah, so those are the only 2 things we need at this point. Taylor needs to find a bow, obviously, but finding a mirror is maybe a little anxiety inducing at this point, right? Because Ether can be just about anywhere. Ether can be anywhere that's not in Misery Mire, and that Ice Rod can be anywhere that's not Trinex. So, so find, like, ideally you find those things without the mirror, because you don't want to have to go into swamp looking for them.
Exactly.
Bow-locked powder.
That's definitely bow-locked powder. Doesn't matter if you had the bow or not. That is on the bow-locked side. And that's 2 not small key items, so the rest are just small keys. So he should hit this switch, run out, run back in. Or run out, hit this, and run back in, hit the switch. And he got the big key, right?
He did get the big key. That was in the shooter chest.
So needs to be careful to not use all of his keys here so that he has a key later when he comes back with the bow.
What? This is, I think, one of the rare seeds. There's a tempered sword. That's nice. This is one of the rare seeds where you are not in key sanity, and the move was to hammer jump there, I think. Without the mirror.
He doesn't want to use the key on that door to the dark maze. He wants to use it on Harmless Hallway.
He hasn't opened the front door. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just, but now you're on red mail and 12 hearts and need to.
Okay, was that another?
Now you don't have a good choice here.
Did he get 2 keys? I thought he only got 1 key, and so.
But he hasn't opened the front door, so his key counts off.
Right. Well, we'll get another look at it. I thought maybe he only got 1 key, and so or 2 keys. Sorry, I thought maybe he got 2 keys because I think he spent the 2 keys he got going in the back. But now I'm realizing I've miscounted key doors to get to the back. So yeah, there is a key in that Harmless Hallway.
Okay.
Yeah, he got 1 key in back, and so the other one is locked behind the door. So you spend the key and get a key. So yeah, so he should end here. This way he has a key when he comes back to go through the front of the dungeon and then to go to the boss. He doesn't have to spend time going to Salvo's basement. Unless this is a bow, and it's not. So I guess there's an item on Helmasaur.
So at this point, with that bow, Zeronix, I think, solidly in the lead here.
Yeah, but we need a couple of ice things, the ice rod and the ether medallion. And those, as you were saying, could be anywhere. I think Nick's next play after this is going to do that Pyramid Fairy turn-in, because he'll have both red crystals, and that will lead him up to Catfish as well, which I think Taylor did. Did he do Catfish?
I don't recall. I don't think either of them has done Catfish.
And then, do you just go back into Turtle Rock if you're Zeronix? I mean, I feel like Taylor's going to be there very soon, but...
Yeah.
So this is a bow
there's
lock.
The ice rod. All right.
Okay.
Now he's going to TR. So that's really good for Taylor.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It'll let him single dip Turtle Rock, because there's nothing that he's going to get there that's going to make him leave. He's going to want to beat the dungeon. Now he has wasted, quote unquote, wasted the time. He's invested the time going to Pod and Eastern without the bow. So that is a significant thing. Depending on whether or not Zeronix goes and gets that ice rod before going back to Turtle Rock is a big question.
I think if you're Zero at this point, there's no way you go back to Turtle Rock before you find an ice rod. Unless you find something. Yeah, no, unless you get rid of almost every other possibility. I'm certainly not going back there before I find the mirror at a minimum, right? But having been there and bailed, I am feeling not great about the possibility that the ice rod. I'm just gonna bank that it's somewhere else at this point.
Exactly. You don't want a triple dip. You were fine with a double dip
Right.
if it was going to cost
Exactly.
you, but a triple dip is no way.
You don't
no
want
way.
a triple dip TR, and also, right, you want to bet on the fact that you want to bet on your play to bail after the bow being correct.
Right. And now here, Nick is doing the hammer jump first because he has the bow. He knows he can beat the dungeon, and he has one key so he can get out of the maze. And then he doesn't mind about spending the key and getting a key on his way out, or wherever the items may be in the U room and Harmless Hellway and stuff like that. So this is the correct way to route it with the bow. Because he knows he's going to get 2 keys back here, and there's only 1 key door to unlock, so he will net 1 more key and use that to get to the boss. Taylor with some frustration swipes there, saying I didn't have the bow, I have the ice rod. I'm trying to piece together the logic. Hopefully he keeps that in mind, although he's going to run across the bow really quick here.
Yeah, so depending on where that other bow is, this could be a logically required double dip of TR.
Yeah, and if I was playing spoiler mode and you had both those options, what would you do? Would you want to dip Turtle Rock, or would you want to dip bowless pod? That's a pretty interesting question. I don't know what the right answer is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing spoiler, you know where the other bow is. So
yeah, if you had all the information going into the seed, which one would you pick? And it's interesting that we had both runners. Obviously they don't have the information, but we get both sides. We're going to see which one pays out better.
My inclination is that I think that Zero is still in better shape here.
Yeah, I think the single dip of Pod Eastern hurts less.
Yeah,
than
provided he makes his way to Magic Bat.
Yeah, that is the crucial part here, to not rush Turtle Rock without the Ice Rod. Yeah, the crucial part of this as well was that Bombos Medallion was our entryway to Turtle Rock, and Bombos Medallion was in Dark Death Mountain, so you had to go up there. You didn't even have the choice to.
And you would have had to save and quit because we haven't found the mirror yet. So.
Yeah, now mirror could be somewhere, but it looks like it's pretty buried.
I mean, mirror is definitely somewhere.
Right, it could be somewhere very obvious and early, easy to get, but these runners haven't been there yet. It doesn't look like that's the case, though. It just goes to show you there's more than one way to, skin a cat.
Skin a Helmasaur?
Yeah. This is our first look at Helmasaur there, and there is an item over here.
That's true.
Is it mirror? Is it ether? Is it a map and we miscounted?
There's ether in the vanilla big key chest of TR. So that
go mode.
Is go mode for VGF Taylor at 106 something something.
Yeah, he's got everything he needs to beat the seed. He's got the bow. Just has to run back down the mountain and do 3 more dungeons. But Zeronix has now beat his 5th crystal. So is in the crystal lead at this point, although is not in go mode.
Yeah, got to make his way to Magic Bat at this point.
Yeah, we'll see where that lies on his list of things to do. I would imagine Pyramid Fairy is going to be his next move. If it contains the mirror, that's really bad for Zeronix in Amish Paradise. If it does not, he's pretty much got only a few things left before committing into going back into Turtle Rock.
Let's see if this is a key here. It's not. Oh, the mirror. That's a great place for that mirror because we just got into go mode. And it's actually really good for Zero too, that mirror is behind that.
Okay, I think Zeronix tried to pick up the little blue bombs and said the the vendor said he had too much in his inventory, and I'd never seen that before.
No.
I think he realized
What is this, GDQ?
Yeah. Yeah, Champ pointing out this is going to save Taylor a mountain climb because he, got the ice rod before coming up here. Nick had to do the mountain climb to get the bow, but spend a little bit less time going through Pod and Eastern. So I don't know. I pretty much call that a draw.
Vanilla small key here.
The mirror is also really nice for Taylor because he'll be able to actually do that combo of Pod and Eastern now in Go mode, even though he's full cleared the dungeons.
Nyx is going up to Catfish here. Yeah, this is all down to how quickly does Zero Nyx make it to Magic Bat to turn in that powder.
I don't know if he's got a lot left. He might
Pick up the shovel.
Yeah. That's kind of on the way. You do that. You go over. With Flute, it's just so easy to do literally any check you want to do. So it's really what he's feeling.
Some front of Misery Mire routing might come into play a little bit, depending on where the big key is. There goes Trinex for VGF Taylor.
So there is the fourth crystal for Taylor, getting a little bit closer to Zero Nyx 5. Zero Nyx needs to find the Ice Rod and needs to find Ether. Ice Rod is over on Magic Bat. Ether is in Lava Chested TR, and Mirror, which is not needed but very nice, is just a little bit farther in Turtle Rock in Crystal Roller Room. The bow, the one bow we found was also in Turtle Rock in the first 4 chests.
This is Magic. Okay, so I think Zero is in the lead here.
Yeah, Zero's going to have to go up Turtle Rock. He's going to get his Ice Rod here, assuming nothing weird happens. And he'll have to go do a full Turtle Rock, get his Ether along the way. Taylor's going to have a Go Mode Misery Mire, followed by... Yeah, I got to be on powder there, buddy. Go Mode Turtle Rock, followed by a Go Mode fully cleared, already Eastern and Pod. Zero Nyx about to come back down and do Misery Mire. So clock is ticking really on both sides. It's a pretty even matchup right now. So now we get to play, do you know your Misery Mire key layout logic?
Sorta.
Or is it just going to be like the first chest and we don't have to worry about logic?
Nah, it's going to be a Dogmire.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that before. Just the opposite of a Godmire, huh?
Right. All right, here's a small key in the bridge chest.
1 of 3 keys. One of them could be on the boss, though.
True.
So what do you think? We're going to find our other bow here in
That'd be
Misery
funny.
Mire?
Oh, it is a Godmire. That's pretty good for GGF Taylor.
Okay. But did not check Spike Chest first. So,
yeah, that's fine.
Lost 10 seconds or whatever it is.
Rip Spooky.
Yeah, I didn't even know if he set it up, but no more spooky action unless he sets up the all dungeons or whatever version.
Well, he didn't. And he didn't do it there either, so.
So
You know what?
Zero Nix did dip in here earlier. He did all the way through Chain Chomp, so he'll just be running through there, hopefully skirting around the chest.
Yeah, this I was pretty confident that Zero was in the lead. I am not confident in that anymore, thinking about it a little bit. With that Godmire, I think it's made it clear, you know, this is going to be, I think, very close.
Yeah, the Godmire means Zero Nix will also have a very quick time here. Be interesting to see if he, you know, at least when you're in go mode, you don't have to check Mimic Cave and stuff like that. We don't even have the mirror yet on his side, but definitely want to check the big chest. Really nice use of that blue cane there by Taylor. I mean, Pod and Eastern are quick, but they're not super quick.
That is go mode for Zero Nix at 1 hour 13 minutes 36 seconds.
Yeah, just what, like 5-ish minutes behind?
Yeah, pretty close.
He's got about 2 or 3 minutes here, and then Mizumara's about like 4-ish, I think, especially with that go mode there. Maybe even less than 4. It takes quite a while to get back to the boss of Pod. And then running back to Eastern as well. Gonna go to the Dark World first because we have mirror. It's great.
Don't have to run back to. I mean, luckily, VGF Taylor has the mirror here, right? So he can. It's make that a lot faster.
Yeah, and I think you check. Zero Nix definitely going to check Crystal Roller Room here because it could be the last key, and he needs 1 more key to complete the dungeon.
Right. So he will get that mirror, which is at this point a huge load off, right? Just because it makes GT not awful.
Exactly. Really nice Turtle Rock today, huh? Like early bow, give you the option to leave.
2 required items and a mirror that's after your go mode. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and didn't, you know, if he had gone farther and gotten that mirror, he would have gotten sucked into like swamp or something looking for ice rods. So showing up in go mode is pretty crucial. Oh,
Taylor's doing Eastern before Pod, which is interesting.
Okay, I'll tell you why I do this, because you lose at least 18 arrows doing Armos fights, and you can get like at least 10 of them back in Palace of Darkness. So it's a little bit of a time loss. But there's and when you're in go mode and you have ice armor,
some marginal nonsense there.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Both dungeons have a ton of arrows. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Zero saved a little bit of time there.
Maybe wants sword beams for Pod. I don't know.
I guess.
I mean, you don't want to be going in with 0 arrows or even like 10. You want 30 in case you have to do ice armors and you get no arrow refills.
But you have the shovel. Well, yeah, I guess VGF Taylor doesn't.
Oh, yeah, that was in Pyramid Fairy. It is something that I think about every time I do Pod and Eastern together, and then I have like no arrows in the next place I go. And I go, right. Oh, I should have done that. That would have been heads up. Taylor did think about it. I don't know if that's why, but here he is. Simultaneous boss is Compass on Trinax. We knew that. Oh, looks like that third Amos Knight got a little away.
So this is going to be a Go Mode Meyer versus a Helma kill, basically. I think VGF Taylor is gonna be in GT first, I would say.
Yeah, that seems a fair assessment considering where they are. It'd probably be about a 30-second advantage.
Zero could save a little time here if he doesn't because he set up Spooky. So that could be a nice little time save. Yeah, with Tempered Sword, Taylor's going to be coming out of pod. That's the last arrow that he used. He's going to be coming out of pod with 11 arrows. There are, if you are headed to Ice Armos and you really need some, there are another 15, I think, 10 or 15 along the way, in under pots.
Yeah, I think 10.
Yeah, 10 makes sense. There's 5 in the, if you don't bonk past the portal there in the room after Rando room, and you kind of go into the petting zoo room, there's a bunch of arrows, and or you could just kill these turtles and get a whole mess of arrows here too.
Taylor's 2 rooms away. Xernix is about 5-6 rooms away.
Zero will pick up, like I said, a little bit of time with Spooky here, but VGF Taylor is going to be the first runner to get to his 7th crystal. We have a race here, folks, for sure. Oh, Zero did not set up Spooky, unless I missed it.
I don't think he did. I don't think he set it up when he fluted either.
Sure he did.
Oh, okay.
But
Just
he's got bombs out, so
normal
he
way.
knows that he doesn't have it.
Yeah. And crucially, Taylor does have 30 arrows now because there were some nice item drops from the
Yep.
enemies on the way.
All right. That's 7 crystals. Do you want to play a little game? A game within a game?
Go for it.
Yeah. Let us know where you think that Gaines Tower Big Key is. Lots of numbers in chat. You know what? If you want to be really cool, tell us where exactly. Tell us the chest that it's in.
Yeah, if you
Only
get it,
real gamers do
if you
that.
get it exactly correct, I will be super impressed. Okay, so fluting at 2010.
Ooh, a potion buy makes this a little closer.
Yeah, one of the runners was in here already. I think it might have been Taylor, so let's see if Zero Nix
was
does it as
Taylor.
well. Okay, so now a new flute away at 2028. And that is 7 crystals for Zero Nix. Okay, now, Tyler, you have to remember where everyone put.
Oh, no, I don't. I just get to read through chat. There's a little scroll
makes
bar.
sense.
I don't have to remember nothing.
Dead rocks, worst enemies.
All right. Mere seconds. Maybe a
And
little
Xernix
bit,
does have a blue bottle, so it's about 30 seconds behind.
little bit more than a minute. Or a little, I think it was a little bit more than a minute.
Well, he fluted away at about 2058, which was, you know, because Taylor spent 20-ish seconds going
Right,
to the bottle bender, which is totally understandable because dying takes more time than filling up a potion.
Zero, I think.
He's got a blue, at least one.
Yeah. No, I was thinking Zero going up through here through Super Bunny, which is slower, but a little safer.
And no dead rocks.
No dead rocks. Exactly right.
Yeah, it's like 2 seconds. So if it comes down to 2 seconds, it comes down to 2 seconds, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's only so much that you can do. It's not like there's a league race that came down to 2 frames.
Never been done, ever.
And it's not like one of the people in that race died to the ball and chain guard.
Oh, no. Oh! For
Yeah,
those
that
of
was
you
me.
that missed it, there was a tie in the leagues this
Yeah,
league.
it was me.
It was Tyler Salt.
Yeah.
He tied. No reasonable person could tell who won that race.
Yeah, a little bit less than a minute between our runners. VGF Taylor is going left first.
Yeah, I've seen many races that were this close, you know, get a lot closer by diverging routes here. They are going the same way for now. And no big key on the left.
And a DM for Taylor.
Yeah, this seems to provide the least amount of time loss since there's so many rooms here. Oh, and there is it a true hope? It's a true hope today.
True hope. Well,
Gee, I
won
hope the
this
big
race.
key is here, and I hope there's a small key to go with it. Yep, it was today.
So that was 1, 2, 5, 6. 6.
Okay, and Zero Nick's also going to go to Hope Room right away.
All right, so it is an execution race from here on out. I think with the with that ice palace, it's close. You know, like I was gonna say, I feel like Zero's execution has been better overall, but
Yeah, he did mess
Zero
up.
tries to hover
the
Moldorm
bomb.
too.
Not with hookshot. No way.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And would you be looking for silvers? Is the one question. If you're either of these runners, do you look for
Absolutely
silvers in one of these 4 chests at the top?
Nope. I might fluff the post Moldorm 2 chest.
Well, yeah. I mean, you always pick up that chest in case you die. Then you don't have to beat Moldorm 2 when you climb the tower again. It's just still sitting there.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
It's basically like a free hover after you've lost your 5 minutes to climbing again.
The most marginal hedge in the game. We got ourselves a race here. VGF Taylor into Gauntlet 3 here. Getting bullied by the BMOS a little bit.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay. Luckily that door stays open. It doesn't close. Gauntlet 5 going nice. Oh, a little bit too early. Getting bonked. And going to get a fairy refill here on 3 hearts. Makes sense.
Zero picking up some time here on Gauntlet execution. They're going to be in the Landmo 2 fight at the same time.
And he doesn't want the fairy refill. He's already got plenty of hearts. Oh. Oh, almost a 1
so
cycle.
Close.
I mean, he's just made up about 20-ish seconds, though.
Yeah.
Now they're, you know, they were in the same room there for a little bit. Getting a little bit of magic. Nice Wizrobes 1 there.
Wizrobes 2 down for Taylor. This is Moldorm Fall territory.
Oh yeah, I mean it's 2 phases of Ganon. It's like a 1-in-1 versus a 2-in-1 Ganon.
Yeah.
I mean the difference is almost the amount of drinking a potion. You know, it takes what 4 seconds or something to like drink a full potion and get a full refill.
So close.
Maybe a little bit more than that. We got 3 keys. Don't need to kill these mini Hamelsaurs. Don't need to fluff any chests. No silvers though, so probably going to see both runners pick up this free magic on the bottom right.
Zero, please.
Okay, giving a little bit of time back. Oh, and we're getting this check here. No silvers in any of these chests. Okay,
No Moldorm Fall for Taylor.
Wipe and a spin there. Right about 26:59 that chest appeared.
And of just 5 rupees. We don't know where. Oh, a Moldorm Fall. Oh, 0.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's about the amount of time that Taylor wasted there on
Yep.
Moldorm, or excuse me, Landmo 2. Does get Moldorm's second try. Nice setups there. Got Acai 2, cycle 1, 2 hits.
Nice angle
All
there
by 1.
on hit number 3. Ooh, that
Just
was a
eked
nice
out
hitbox there
a double
too,
there.
jeez. Down goes Acai 2 for VGF Taylor. He is 1 Acai 2 fight ahead.
Okay, same room again.
This could come down to torch glitch.
Oh, nice triple.
Very good triple there by 0.
Not a great setup for more triples.
Oh, and a whiff. All right. We're down to cutscenes. This could come down to Ganon phase 4 triples. Could come down to a torch glitch.
Ooh, gets that nice double
nice
spin.
Trident spin there. Gets phase 1.
Oh, I don't
This
think
is
we're
not
going
going
to
to be the 1-on-1 here.
Yeah, I got the
Maybe,
hard
no,
one.
he might have gotten it there.
Yeah, that might have done it.
He did get it.
Oh, the spin did not charge,
man.
so gonna have a 2-in-1 at the minimum.
That
Taylor
might be
already
it right
on
there.
to phase 4. Of course, arrows run swamp.
Yeah, swamp, yeah.
It's a torch glitch. Taylor being real patient there to get the nice setup for triples here. Trying to save as much time as possible, but also not putting himself in a bad spot. Oh, misses that torch. But he's a few ahead. He's about 6 or 7 spins right now, and
Yeah, this
your
is
next
I
just
think,
starting phase 4.
just a bit too much here. There it is. Get your GGs in chat for VGF Taylor, who's going to take the win in game 1 of this series. And Taylor finishes with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 27 seconds. GGs. And that's going to do it for Zero as well. Can't ask for more out of a race than that, Dapper.
Yeah, that was a great race, and they're just going to be about that 30 seconds behind. Zero Nick's going to cross here at 1:31:02.
1:31:02.
GG's to both runners.
Ooh, so 20, yeah, just over 35 seconds. 35 seconds there between these two. Like I said, can't ask for more than that.
Really good race. Can't wait to see what happens with the rest of this series as a spectator and as a participant, of course. But
Yeah, pressure's on now for you and Danny.
I mean, Acai has been playing, underdog and spoiler the last couple weeks here. As I said, they came back from a reverse sweep. They did a reverse sweep. And they are the underdog, lower seed in this series as well, and already got game 1. Going to see if we can bring in our runners in for a little interview.
We're joined by Zero Nix. GG's. Zero, that's a tough loss, a close one.
Sorry, Discord broke for a sec. Thanks. GG's.
Yeah, we're also welcomed by VGF Taylor. GG's, congrats on the victory.
Thank you. GG's.
GG.
This was about as close as it could get there at the end. You guys had a little different routing in the middle, and we're going to talk about that. But the difference ended up being you guys were neck and neck going up the gauntlet. Zero missing that first or that last fire rod shot on Landmo. You had caught up to Taylor at that point. Missing that one cycle on Landmo hurt a little bit. And then of course the Moldorm fall and all that. But
Bigger oof.
Yeah. Did any of your mind think about hovering?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I honestly felt ahead because I figured with how TR ended up playing out nicely, like I bailed after the bow, I thought maybe give it a shot. I was like, nah. After that Ice Palace fiasco, I'm like, I don't trust my hands tonight.
You got, obviously lost some time on the jump, but big time bailed out by that cane though.
Yeah.
And Taylor, did you think about this? This was kind of the big difference between the two of you, was how you handled Turtle Rock, right? Zero went in there and dipped it without the ice rod, got the bow, and bailed. Taylor, you decided not to go in there. Were you thinking about it?
Yeah. After finding, what was it, Bombos on
yeah.
Dark Side Mountain, I'm like, well, there's definitely indications that there's something in there. I'm gonna bet no. And I was wrong, but I lucked out when I found ice rods. I was like, well, I think I have no further excuses. I have to go.
Yeah, that was a logically required double dip of TR, because the two bows were in TR and Swamp Palace, and to get into Swamp Palace you needed the mirror that was also in TR. To get the powder in Pod, the bow locked side of Pod, to get the ice rod from Magic Bat. So a nice job avoiding that double dip there. Although, if you Zero, did you give any thought to continuing on where because you get the bow, right? Makes sense to clear out that first three. Maybe you bail after Compass Chest. You keep going to Chain Chomps, I think also defensible. Did you think about continuing? I
definitely did. I think the determining factor was not having mirror, or any way to make that any better. Like, I'm going to have to do this whole climb again if I don't find Ice Rod. So it's like, well, I have 2 dungeons I can clear out. I'd rather just do it once all the way through. Because at that point, I only needed Ether and Ice Rod.
Right. And Ether, in fact, I think bailing at that point was absolutely the right call, right? Not only because the Ice Rod wasn't in there, but Ether and the Mirror were, right? So if you had continued on, you would have been all over the place, right? You could have been going into Swamp looking for the Ice Rod. You probably would have ended up full clearing the front of Mire looking for the Ice Rod and not finding it. So definitely the right call there.
And that was definitely on my mind. Like, I felt like I read the seed really well. So between that and thinking maybe if they came in and cleared it out, they might also have gone to Swamp, or, the world was wide open with that mirror. So I felt like I stayed in logic and read it pretty decent.
And then Taylor, how were you feeling kind of across the board there? Having to double dip Eastern and Pod is never a good feeling. Did you feel ahead, behind? What was your mindset going through there?
The routing up until Ice Palace, I felt pretty bad about, and then I was pretty much panicking when I was doing all that overworld. So I was like, well, either my progression is super early or it's super convoluted. I really don't want to go to TR, right? So I just dipped and just see what it was like, and then when I found that, I was like, okay, well, powder, this is completely out of logic. I've bet everything on breaking into Pod, so I have to turn this in to see what it is. And when I saw Ice Rod, I'm like, I have a chance. there's a chance still. Okay, let's go. And then when I found Ether, I was like, okay, well, he's not done yet, so he probably didn't do this terrible play, but it paid out.
Yeah, the only misstep for you really was kind of running past Mini Moldorm Cave once and then remembering you'd forgotten it. And that was where the flute was. So Zeronix had that for maybe 10-ish minutes ahead of you and helped clear out some stuff at the beginning. But yeah, your end game routing was pretty on point, I will say. Do you normally do Mini Moldorm Cave and Dam together and then just kind of forgot in the beginning there?
I usually do Dam, Mini Moldorm to Ice Rod, but since it was like Green Pendant, I just wanted to try to be a little bit more aggressive. And when it turned out to be Yeah, Mini Moldum was definitely like on top of my head for like a very long time. I was like, well, it's probably got nothing, right? And by the time it was close, I'm like, Flute's gonna be in there, isn't there? And I go, of course, cool, fantastic. Yep.
At least you didn't completely forget about it. You did remember and did go back because.
Yep.
So that was good.
And then who'd have thunk it? Book, not bait today, for once.
Amazing.
But yeah, great race. Really fun one to watch back, I think. I would encourage both of you to do so. It was very, very close all the way through. And we got more rando coming up between these two teams. We've got we got Danny Music and which one I'm playing cross keys here next week?
Dixon.
Yeah, okay. And then Dapper, you and Tony playing Invrosia on Sunday.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get this series back knotted up at 1.
A spot in the Invitational is on the line for the winner of this series. That might change your motivations one way or the other way. We'll see. But best of luck to all of you moving forward. I hope we get a long series because I want more rando. So that's what I'm hoping for. But GG's again to both of you, to Nick and to Taylor. Really fun race. Good job, both of you.
Thanks, GG.
Yeah, thank you, GG.
And Dapper, always a pleasure, my friend.
So much fun. Thank you, Lady Laura Linda, for tracking. Thank you, Tyler Salt, for spending the last hour and a half with me, and take it home.
Yes, thanks to both of our runners here. Oh no, I'm trying to pull up the schedule, but I can't type in the address bar of my browser while I'm being pushed to talk because it's just hitting B over.
There's another race coming up at 9:10 Pacific, or excuse me, PM Eastern time.
There you go.
About an hour and 20 minutes. It's another open league playoff match. Kabuki Hondo Actress Department versus Farm Friends. We've got CJ versus Tabby Cat 54. That's going to be a great race. I believe it's
CJ trying to stave off elimination for Chad. I believe Farm Friends are up 2-0.
Yeah, they are. And tomorrow morning, 9:40 a.m., probably restream an invitational matchup between Dr. Marty and it's one of those co-op entrances. It's between Triple Con Fiesta and Eastern Skippers. 2 versus 2 race. That should be fun. And there's another one at 1:10 p.m. tomorrow.
And then
Your age
what are CJ and Tabby Cat playing again?
They are Kaz Boots in about an hour.
So if you want more Kaz Boots action, stick around on Speed Gaming coming up in just about 20 minutes, half an hour or so. We got another playoff race coming your way. So from all of us here at Speed Gaming, for my co-com Dapper Wordman, our tracker Lady Laura Linda, and our runners, our winner VGF Taylor, runner-up Zero Nix, thank you all for watching here tonight. Stick around for more rando on Speed Gaming. My name is Tyler Salt. Good night and good luck. Go fast, take chances.